Okay, guys, welcome back to Armenis Digital's weekly wrap up for the 3rd of June 2024. I'm Nick Armenis. I'm the owner here of Armenis Digital, and we're a Google Ads marketing agency for those of you that don't know, and we specialize in e-commerce. So, why am I doing this and what am I covering? So, I try each week to give you a look into the performance of some of our ad accounts, the results we're achieving, so you can benchmark yours. I want to build trust with my audience to show that I work on this stuff. I'm not just making it up. And it's anything that's sensitive is blocked. So for any of my clients watching, don't worry, I love you. For those of you that want references, I have lots of them and lots of case studies. And this time around, I'm going to have a look at the monthly look because we've just finished the month of May. So we're going to look at how May went for some of these clients. So these are some of our Google Ads clients. It's probably just under half of them that I'm including in here just because I don't want to make this too long. And I try to give you a nice spread of small, medium, large, and different types of e-commerce niches. So the first is an Australian home improvement e-commerce brand. These guys are an absolute monster. So we spent 151K, we made 1.1 million. Conversion value over cost or return on ad spend 7.27, which is actually low for this client, and this will be something we'll be looking to improve to see, hey, it was a bit lower, can we improve it? But one thing that is causing issues with this is some of the tracking is having a little, well, not issues, there's just a bit of a lag in terms of when it rolls through into Google Ads. So just because they've got a very, very long conversion window, it is higher ticket. So that's the main reason. So you kind of can't go, hey, the return on ad spend was low straight away. You need to take it in and factor in the sales cycle and how long it takes to make a sale, because that 1.1 is probably closer to 1.6 for the month. And I just wanted to show you how they ended up in April as well. So we spent 199K, did 2.3 million at 11.73 return on ad spend. As you can see, the return on ad spend was definitely lower in the prior month, and that's something we'll be working on to improve. Sometimes it's cyclical and it is hard, and sometimes a lack of brand, because this does include brand, a lack of brand searches. So if you take the pedal off other areas, that can actually impact your return on ad spend in a big way. So if you lower your ad spend on Meta, Facebook, Instagram, all the other areas, you will see that flow through to your Google Ads as well. Then a supplement e-commerce store. We spent 54K, did 146, 2.7 conversion value over cost, return on ad spend. And these guys are very happy with that because although the return on ad spend may seem low, they do a lot of email marketing, a lot of SMS, and a lot of marketing in other areas that does get a better return on ad spend because we're heavily remarketing. And this is one that we actually run the Meta and some TikTok ads for as well. They're doing really well. So actually, this business came to us going, we want to grow, and we want to grow into another market as well. This isn't only Australia. They've got another ad account for the US, and we need to get our visa in the US. And to do that, we need to have a certain revenue figure. So I actually managed to help them achieve that, which was awesome. They're now living over there. So here is a very, very recent brand we took on, an Aussie tea company. We spent 27.8K, did 160, 10.63 cost per conversion on Google, which is very, very good for Google, and return on ad spend of 5.78. So we just continue to keep scaling these guys. It's been awesome. So when they first came to us, they were probably spending 4, 5, 6K per month on Google, sometimes a little bit more, but that was like the average. And they just couldn't spend more without dropping profitability, and they just actually didn't know how to, because the strategy you use on Google is totally different to Meta. So if you don't understand how Google works, and I'm not saying it's overly complicated, it actually isn't. It's quite simple in my eyes. But if you don't know how it works and you don't implement the correct strategy in the correct way to scale, then it's impossible, and you end up losing money because your return on ad spend drops, or the campaigns just simply don't spend more. So this is one we're really proud of, and we're going to try and scale it maybe another 20% this month, but we'll wait and see. Let's see how it goes next month. Then we have an Australian lifestyle brand, 14.9K spent, 264K delivered, 17.69 return on ad spend. These guys are doing absolutely fantastic. So this is probably one of my favorite clients to work with. They've got really, really cool products. They have a great business, great customer service, fast shipping, just everything that's easy to work with. And that's what I like to do. I like to work with good businesses and try and make them a little bit better, because although I'm good at ads, like at the end of the day, it's the business that's doing this. I'm not hitting these numbers. I'm pressing some buttons and setting a few things up, but I'm just amplifying all the good work that they're doing. Then we have a UK lifestyle brand, spent £56,000, made 226, 4.04 return on ad spend. This is one that return on ad spend is something we're working on. While it is okay, I definitely think it could be better, and I think we can make this account far more efficient than it currently is. An Australian medical device company, 4.76k spent, and delivered almost 26k at 5.3 ROAS. This one is one where definitely they can spend more and they will make more. It's just a factor of if the client wants to, and it's not. They're very heavily into business to business. This is just an add-on for them. So their focus is always B2B. So B2C is always secondary. So yeah, that's the state of this medical device company. New Zealand e-commerce brand, 17.7k spent to deliver 137k and a return on ad spend of 7.75. Not a bad month for these guys at all. These actually return on ad spend is low for this, so they're normally around 9 or 10. So I'll wait and see how it flows over the next week or two. But again, might be an area where we'll focus on is trying to improve return on ad spend. And if you do want to know how to do that, lots of videos that I've recently done on that topic. So some omni-channel clients. So this is a B2B and B2C and B2B e-commerce brand that we help with both Meta and Google. They're actually up 67% on prior year. So they did almost 900k in sales. They also heavily invest in email marketing, SEO, and content marketing. So while we help in a big area, they have a lot of other things happening. So I'm not taking the credit for any of this by any means. Australian supplement company, 236k. That was the one I showed you earlier. This is the total sales just for Australia. And on prior year, that's 212% up. And then an Aussie e-commerce brand for some Facebook ads, which surprisingly I'm pretty good at as well. Look at the return on ad spend on these. And while the cost per purchase may seem high, they're selling, $3,000-$4,000 products. So $65, $51, even $200 for a $3,500-$4,000 product is pretty good. You take that every day of the week. Here is another e-commerce brand. So some of these campaigns are a little lower, but some of them are also quite new. So I'm not worried about this one yet. And to be honest, anything over a 2, 4, even lower, even 1.7 for this brand is pretty good. They don't mind at all. So some of these that are higher, it's doing phenomenal. So want to help with your ads? Just reach out, guys. So that's why I put these out there for anyone that does need help with ads. There's lots of educational content. So if you're not interested in that stuff in this, just watch the educational content. I'm just putting this out there to increase the lead flow for my business as well, because content marketing is a really powerful way to do that. And I really enjoy it. And it's my preferred method of lead gen rather than focusing a lot on, cold outbound direct sales. I much prefer this. And so if you do need help with your ads, just reach out. I'll leave an application link below or message me on any of the platforms or through the website. Cheers, guys. See you in the next one.